Hey, well, good morning. And oh, sorry, my hair's a little wild today. Go ahead and start. Let's start in a seated, comfortable position. I'm sitting just crisscross applesauce with my palms on my knees, rolling my shoulders back. I carry a lot of tension in my shoulders, and sometimes I don't even realize that my shoulders are kind of high up. So I have to remind myself by rolling my shoulders back. I like to have my eyes closed, taking some deep breaths, breathing. Oh my God. Sorry. One of them got out. Breathing in through my nose, out through my mouth. In, out, in, out. Last time in your nose. Hold it. Exhale through your mouth. On your next inhale, you can open your eyes, bring your arms up to the sky with your palms facing each other. So let's try that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing your left hand, left palm to your right knee, your right hand landing behind you with a slight twist, looking to the back wall. Take another inhale. On your exhale, twist deeper if you can, if you're ready. On your next inhale, release. Come back to center, palms facing one another, and exhale, twist to the opposite side. Palm on knee, left arm, left hand behind you. Inhale, exhale, twist deeper. And on your next inhale, release, arms up, facing one another. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. This is a good place for a block. So if you can't fold all the way down or you're not comfortable, you can always use your block on the high setting. Put your forehead on the block. Taking breaths in and out. In and out. On your next inhale, come back up to center, arms up again. You can you can look up rather, your palms facing one another in that inhale, and then on the exhale, twist again to the right. Inhale, exhale, twist deeper. On the next inhale, palms back up to center. And sorry, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, and exhale, twist deeper. Next inhale, release, arms up to center, and then exhale, forward fold again. You can use the medium setting, the low setting, or no block at all. Inhale, release back up to center. This time when you exhale, bring your right hand to your right side and do a side bend over. So you're actually slightly bending your right arm and your left arm is coming over your head. Your chest might want to fold and kind of face the ground, but try to get it to face the ceiling. When you're ready, inhale and release, come back up to center. Exhale to the left side. Bring your left hand down, then your left arm and your right arm above you. Get it? Yes. Inhale, release back up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale back up to center, arms facing, or palms facing each other rather. And on the exhale, right arm down to the side, left arm above for that side bend, side stretching. Inhale back up to center, palms facing each other, and exhale, drop your left arm to the side, bring your right arm over your head. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale back up to center, palms facing each other. Exhale, bring your palms down to your knees. We will work on arm circles. So on this inhale, just make big arm circles with your arms extended to the sides. This helps your shoulders rather, your back, your neck. And then when you're ready, the opposite way, with arm circles. And when you're ready, you can let go, take some breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's meet in tabletop position. So tabletop, you're on all fours. If you have some issues with your knees and it's too hard to be on your knees just with the mat, this is an opportunity where you can fold your mat to the side and kind of cushion it a little bit, give you a little bit more cushioning for the knee. You can also put a blanket or a towel. If it's uncomfortable for you and you're in pain, you don't have to participate in tabletop. You can sit out and wait and modify it. Because if you're in pain and you continue to do this, you possibly could hurt yourself even more. And that's not the goal of yoga. So typically with tabletop, you have your head down, not up, we're not there yet, head down, and not letting it hang, but kind of extended at the neck. Palms flat in front of you, knees under your hips, flat back, toes pointed, flat. And in cat-cow, when we inhale, drop the belly and look up to the ceiling. And then exhale, curl your back like a cat. Inhale, drop the belly, looking up the wall as high as is comfortable for you. Maybe you can see the ceiling. Exhale, curling the back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And on the next inhale, come back to tabletop position, flat back, getting ready to thread the needle. So with the thread the needle pose, you still maintain the tabletop position with the flat back, leaving your left palm planted in front of you. On the inhale, you bring your right arm. So inhale, right arm, fingertips to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the right arm and thread it under the left arm. You can hover the right arm here, or you can drop all the way to the mat with your ear, the side of your head touching the mat. Pick what's most comfortable for you. Always honor your body. So basically at this point, this is another twist that just helps us really warm up the spine. When you inhale the next time, inhale, unthread your needle, bring your right arm back up, and exhale, flat your hand in front of you. So let's try it on the other side. Inhale, bringing the left arm up. Exhale, threading the needle underneath the right arm this time. Inhale, unthread the needle, hands to the ceiling, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, palm down. Try that a couple more times. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, unthread the needle, fingertips back up. Exhale, flat hand. On the opposite side, inhale, left fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, unthread the needle, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, flat hands. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. On the next inhale, coming to downward dog. Our first downward dog of the day. Not expecting you to have your feet flat on the mat because we still haven't warmed up the hamstrings. You could actually walk your dog here, kind of pedaling your legs, pushing into the mat with your hands lets you kind of come higher and try to shake your head from side to side while you're pedaling. Take some breaths here. Come back to down dog without pedaling. On the next inhale, look up to the top of your mat. And exhale, meet at the top of your mat. And then folding forward, slightly, I'll turn sideways. Slightly bending your knees. It's okay to have your belly on your thighs. Let your head hang, arms hang, and then just gonna swing from side to side. Let gravity help pull your head down. Keep swinging. On your next inhale, come back to center. When you inhale again, bring your palms up your shins, Stopping below the knees. Pushing your palms into your shins to straighten out your back and your neck. So don't let your head hang. Straighten out your neck, but continue to look down. And then exhale, release. Inhale again, halfway lift. Pushing palms into shins. Exhale, release. Inhale again, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Staying in that forward fold. Swinging from side to side. On your next inhale, instead of the halfway lift, you're going to come all the way up to Tadasana to mountain. So inhale, all the way up, straight, straighten, straighten. And we'll meet with standing and our palms facing one another. You can look up or you can look forward. Take some breaths here. Remind your shoulders to not be like this, but try to drop them. Close your eyes, take some inhales. Exhales. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, open your eyes. Look up, and then exhale, twist to the right. With your right arm, fingertips facing the back wall. Left fingertips, forward hand facing the front wall, but twisting. We've been here before. So what you want to try to maintain is your hips forward. So don't twist your whole body. Just twist the upper half. So, see? Inhale, release the right arm back to center. Exhale to the other side, release and twist. Reminding your hips to be as forward as possible, looking over your back fingertips. Inhale, arms back up to center. Exhale, cactus pose, so a slight back bend. With your arms like cacti. Inhale, release arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to downward dog. Exhale, look forward, step back up to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Remember palms on shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up to the top. All the way. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms back up to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms back up to center. Exhale, back bend with cactus arms. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, forward fold. Close your eyes. Swing from side to side in the ragdoll position. Take some breaths here. Continue to swing. All right, when you're ready, from the swinging from side to side. Inhale back to center. Let's go back and do halfway lift. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat hands, flat palms on shin. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Another halfway lift. And then this time on the exhale, we'll meet in downward dog again. Take some breaths here. On the next inhale, staying in downward dog, plant your left foot down. Bring your right leg up into three-legged dog. So your toes are pointing down. The sole of your right foot is flat as if you're gonna stamp the back of the room. On the next inhale, we're coming into warrior one. So inhale, bringing the right leg up, twisting the back leg, getting it ready for warrior one. Coming into that lunge, arms back up, facing each other like we've been doing earlier. So if you can avoid it, don't let your back leg bend. Straighten it up so that it gives you support and doesn't cause your ankle to hurt rather. And the front leg wants to kind of open up to the side, using your thigh kind of straight, like get it tight a little bit to hold your lunge in place. With your arms up, facing forward. On the next inhale, come up, straighten your front leg. And on the exhale, turn to the side, facing the wall. Inhale, exhale into warrior two. So all that changes, the lunge is still the same. You bend your right leg again, your front leg. Instead of facing the front, now you're just facing the side. You're facing the side, but you're looking over your fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior. So you straighten up your right leg, let your back arm go down, scoop some air, and do a side bend so you're stretching your right side with your arm over your head like we did earlier. Inhale, cartwheel your arms, framing your right leg, coming back into downward dog. On the next inhale, have your right foot planted, kick your left leg up, toes pointing down, hips pointing down. Hold this for a couple of breaths. On the next inhale, come into warrior one. Inhale, lunge deeper if you can. Inhale, straighten left front leg out. Exhale, warrior two. Bending that front knee again. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Drop the back arm down your back leg. Reverse warrior, so we scoop some air. Bring the left arm up over your head. Holding it. Straightening the front left leg for me, it's my left leg. And inhale. Cartwheel back down to downward dog. Coming down to your knees into child's pose, just to rest for a bit before we do it again. So child's pose, usually, if you can, your knees go as wide as your mat, trying to get your chest as close as possible to the mat. This is a good place for a block too. If it's too challenging, you just put your forehead on the block, on the high pose, on the medium pose, or on the low pose, or no block. Continue to do that for a bit, please. Taking some breaths, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. When you're ready, come back up. Sit on your, I'm going to turn sideways. So I'm actually sitting on my feet and just taking some breaths here. Hands at prayer position. Resting a little bit. I'm trying to face you again. Let's get back into tabletop. Flat back. But on the next inhale, back to downward dog. Ready? Inhale. Downward dog. On the next inhale, three-legged dog with the right leg up. Exhale to warrior one again. Hips facing forward. That knee, front knee, straightened up, facing forward as well. Straighten up the back leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Straighten the front leg. Exhale. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, reverse warrior. Straighten up the right leg, the front leg, and scooping up the air to the back. With that bend. Inhale. Back, bending the leg. And typically here I tell you to cartwheel your arms to get back down. But I'm actually going to ask you to get a block if you need it on to put on the right, on the outside, I'm sorry, on the inside of your foot. You can put it on any setting that's comfortable because you're going to bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, and come into a twist. You can even bring your palm all the way to your foot. And you're twisting, lunging, stretching, fingertips up to the sky. On your next inhale, bring your left arm down, and then meet me at the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, three-legged dog on the left. Exhale, bringing the left leg up to warrior one. Remember, don't let the back leg fold too much or the front leg if you can avoid it. Also, if warrior one, being really stretched far apart, is uncomfortable, you can bring your back leg closer to your front leg. You don't have to be as wide. You can still maintain the pose, but closing the closeness of your legs helps too. On the inhale, come back up. Straighten the leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten leg, reverse warrior. Exhale, bring the left hand inside your left leg and twist. On your next inhale, we're not gonna go back to downward dog. I want you to come up. I'm gonna face forward so you can see what I mean. So I'm twisting like this, right? Inhale, I'm gonna come up. Wide stance. Into goddess. So what is goddess? My toes are pointing out. I'm slightly squatted. I'm not bent like this, trying to be as straight as possible. Bringing your arms into cactus pose. Taking some breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. If you can, squat deeper if that's comfortable for you. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, bring your right foot up off the ground. So your heel is up off the ground and you're just on your toes for the right foot. Left foot remains flat. Release the heel. Inhale on the left side. Exhale, release the heel. Inhale, both soles off the ground. And exhale, release. Straighten your toes facing the front. Inhale, you can release your arms. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Good place for a block. You can widen your legs as much as comfortable. Bending forward, letting your head hang. You can use the block to put your forehead on if you can fold that low. If not, it's okay. There's a couple of things you can do here. You can grab your ankles. Put your hands on your hips. Hands behind you. But always letting your head hang. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. When you're ready, bring your hands back flat in front of you. Inhale, halfway lift. So now I have my back flat, kind of like we do when we do halfway lift. Take some breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Shorten your width. So instead of having your legs so wide, bring them kind of back on the mat, almost like we're in a forward fold. And let's meet on the mat, on our knees like we did earlier when we were sitting. I'm going to sit sideways. Hands in prayer position. I like to do these where we rest here and there because when I was first learning yoga, I would struggle to catch my breath. So these are moments to kind of take some breaths here and there. So you're not feel like you're running out of breath and still have some stamina to continue. So we'll take some breaths here at your own pace. Be mindful of your jaw. Maybe it's really tight right now. Try to open it a little bit, open your mouth a little bit. ready, open your eyes. Release your hands from prayer position. And we're not going to stay seated like this, but actually on our knees. And now this is your preference. You can leave your feet flat, or you can point your toes down. It's up to you. But what we're going to do is inhale, bringing the arms up. And then on the exhale, back bend with your right arm coming behind you, bending, trying to touch your heel of your foot, the sole of your foot. If that's too much, you can just rest your hand on your right butt cheek. But trying to push those hips forward to give you that bend. Inhale again, bringing the arms back up to center, straightening out. Take some breaths here. Inhale again. Exhale, dropping the left arm to touch the left sole of your foot, pushing your hips forward, fingertips to the ceiling, looking up, or you can look forward. It's up to you. Inhale, arms back up to center. Taking some breaths here. Inhale, exhale. If you can, drop both your hands, or you're welcome to just put your hands on your butt cheeks. And actually, this is helpful because I can push my hips forward and I bend my, like almost like my elbows are touching. So opening up the shoulders. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, sitting back on your feet. You could hold your toes and try to sit on your feet this way. It's a good toe kind of stretcher, but for some people it's uncomfortable. You can just come back and sit on your feet like we've done before. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. When you're ready, let's meet in downward dog again. On the next inhale, we're gonna take three-legged dog on the right, but not to warrior one. On the exhale, pigeon. So what does that mean? You swing your right leg up and you bend it in front of you. Oh, what I'm doing is I'm bending my knee. My shin is parallel to the front of the mat. I'm holding myself up by keeping my hands flat. But for more support, you could always get a block. Put the block underneath your right butt cheek. That gives you additional support so you're not really twisting and hurting yourself. You can stay like this, or you can go flat. Eventually, pigeon, you want to, with time, you can go hands-free. But for now, we'll go flat down. You can use the block here for your forehead. I'm going to remove the block, push myself back out, and then slightly sit on my right butt cheek, swing my left leg around. So I'm in a seated position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left and forward fold to your right toes. Now, you can maybe hold your toes. If you can't, you can just hold on to your shin, to your knee. You just want to twist and forward fold. On the next inhale, come back up. Bring your left foot touching your right foot in a butterfly position. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Good place for a block if you need it. Inhale. Back up to center. Exhale. And let's meet in downward dog again to take pigeon on the opposite side. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog on the left. Exhale, two pigeon, bringing your left leg in front of you, if you can, trying to get the shin bone to be parallel with the front of your mat. You might find that one side does it better than the other. Like my left side doesn't play as well as my right side, but that's okay. Again, I'm gonna take the block, put it under my left butt cheek, because see, now it gives me, I can lift up. And if I wanted to, I could stay here in prayer position, or take the block out and I can just come back up to forward fold. Inhale, come back out of pigeon. Exhale, swing your right leg open to the side as we did before. So the sole of your foot is touching your thigh. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, twist. And forward fold. Folding over your right to your toes. When you take an inhale and the next inhale, exhale, try to fold deeper if you can. Next inhale, release. Bring your hands down. Exhale. Bring your feet back to touch in butterfly position. Soles of your feet touching each other. It's up to you if you can grab your ankles and pull your feet as inward as possible, or you can kind of leave it more open. It's where your comfort is. This is another good place for a block. So sometimes when you're in this like butterfly position, your knees are trying to be up. They don't like it. If you put a block underneath each knee, it helps you maintain the pose more open. Take that inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, back to seated position. Straightening your legs out in front of you. Get yourself into Shavasana, laying flat on your back. And extend your feet in front of you. Close your eyes. Let your body lay flat and loose. Taking some breaths here. I will bring you back from Shavasana so you don't have to watch the clock because I'm watching it for you. Take your time. Take a little mini nap for a couple of minutes. Breathing at your own pace. Start to wiggle your toes, your fingertips, roll your ankles. Bring awareness back to being in the room. Take breaths in and out. When you're ready, roll over to your favorite side in the fetal position. Using the arm that is free, push yourself up into a seated position with your eyes closed if you can. Into a comfortable seated position like we did at the beginning of the practice. Maintaining your eyes closed, taking breaths in and out. You can have your hands, your palms on your knees or in a prayer position. Take some more breaths here. Thank you for coming to the mat. Thank you for letting me lead you in this practice. When I do yoga with students, it's always a start to a really good day. So I thank you for that. I'm grateful that you arrived and that you practiced with me today. I hope you have a really good weekend, and I can't wait to see you again on the mat. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie. Have a good one. Take care.
Thank you, Natalie. Have a good one. Take care. You too.
Thanks. Bye.